We love doing new things on this channel, so we're going to be taking a look at something we haven't done before, and that is Fanhome's build subscription. So each month you get a couple of these packs that contain more parts to whatever your build is. If you're not familiar with Fanhome, they have a variety of licenses from Star Wars to Transformers, World of Warcraft, Back to the Future, and more. So you can build vehicles, you can build characters, there's lights, there's sounds, there's a mixture of fabric, plastic, metal, magnetic. So it's very premium. They're quite large. The Darth Vader I know is half scale, so it's, you know, a good 3 feet or so or larger. This one is going to be the Lich King for World of Warcraft. Probably not half scale because it's really, really tall, but it's still very large. This is going to be a very, very large model. So you start with your first 2 kits here. So your introductory of $2 or $3 gets your first 2 kits, and they're going to contain everything you need to build this throughout the kit. So the screwdriver they give you, the little precision screwdriver, hold on to that. You're going to need it later on, but you shouldn't really need much else. I know in some of the kits we did a Darth Vader build over on rebelscum.com if you want to go check that out. You need a little glue sometimes to help hold things into place. They might get knocked around. You know, if you find that you need it. I didn't think I needed any. So there are some optional things you could do, but I think you pretty much have everything you need to successfully complete these kits self-contained. So that's kind of the fun part. In addition, you get a little collectible guide that has some aspects of the character on there. This one has a poster in it, I believe, as well. So you get this little poster with it. And then on top of that, this one has the, you can see right here, 60 centimeters tall. So it's 2 feet. So 2 feet tall is going to be the finished version of this guy. You can see his cape, light up eyes. So pretty cool. You get the sword too. Yep, sword included. So pretty cool, full articulation. So it's going to be really awesome when completed. In addition to this, the build guide is going to be on the computer or on your phone, however you want. It's digital. So I'll show you that. You also get the mythos of the character, the mythos of World of Warcraft, so it goes into the history. So it's several pages long and getting all that content on top of just the instructions. With the Darth Vader one, we had some booklets. It's also digital, but you get a background on different characters he's interacted with, like his friends, his allies, maybe even some of his foes. So they give you a lot more with the subscription too. So it's kind of like a little magazine that comes in addition with your monthly build. But let's get right into it and show you this build. So here's that mythos that I was telling you about for each of the characters that is part of this online guide. So we have everything we need right here, including the instructions. So this is going to go over the Helm of Domination is our beginning step here. It lays out all the parts. You have your little precision screwdriver, and it gets right to the instructions. So we're going to be starting here with these first parts, and essentially we have the little helm here, and we have these 2 parts that are metal, just like I was saying. This is a mixed medium. They kind of idiot-proofed it because it's easy to latch these together. Even before you start putting the screws in, there's only one way because of the grooves they have cut on it, so you're not going to mess this up. Look how nice that looks immediately off the bat. It tells you the screws you need to use are individually labeled in these little zipped bags right here, so you can't mess that up either. So you just get your little screw, put it on your precision screwdriver or however you like to thread a screw. I wonder if it's a magnetic tip. It's holding on there pretty well. I assume it is. And then you get the screw into position. And nice and easy. Didn't mess that up. And that is together. Next part right here. Again, you can see how that perfectly fits into the groove they have already pre-measured out, pre-assembled there. And then you're just going to put the screw again into this one. I'm going to assume this is a magnetic tip because this is staying on here very well. So that's kind of cool that they did that because you're going to be getting into some tight spots, I'm sure, pretty soon. And then there we go. So not bad. That took about like, I don't know, a couple seconds to build that part out. And then you would just continue on here. And then we have the next phase. Continuing our build now, we are going to be assembling the rest of this helm. So basically we're just putting this in here like this. There's only one way this is going to fit. So it should connect at all 3 points here. Now it's not just a press fit. This goes one step further. You're going to be using some screws on the inside, and they gave you these screws. So you can see that awesome magnetic tip. This really helps. And again, this is why this is going to help, is because this is kind of a tight spot we're going to be getting these into. as we turn them into the sides. And now once you get them in, it's not going to be moving on you like it did just a second ago. So there is one on each side as you put these in. And again, there's only one way this goes in. You're not going to accidentally put it in the wrong way. So we got one on each side here. And that should be a little bit snugger once you get that in. I'm not sure if there's one on the top or not. I think there might be one on the top. Let's see. Let's give it a go. To hold that top part as that slid in as well. All right, so now we got that all assembled all the way around. And now this is going to go onto here. So now that this is assembled, I think this just kind of slips into here like this. There we go. And it should line up, leaving the hole at the top matching up with the giant hole in the top here. So that way the thing all comes together. And I see, I could see a hole in there. We just want to make sure I'm getting it to the right hole. Okay, well, we got our screw all the way in there. It took us a minute. We had to line it up, but then here is the helm at this point, and it's looking pretty impressive. We only have one part left, and it can only go one way because you can see the grooves in here, how it's matched up, and it's just sort of, that's it. That's the only way it could go. But this is our first stage of the build. Quite impressive. We have the head. It has a nice metal back to it for the helm of domination here. And then it has that jewel. It's going to have light up eyes eventually, but it's got a little heft to it. It's probably around 1 pound at this point just for the head. And then you can see here on the board, this is the head. It's showing you the top of what is assembled here. We have a lot more to go, but not a bad start. We used all our parts here. We have extra screws in case you make a mistake or lose one, but you can see a little bit of writing here on the helm. So they have some nice detail on both sides. And then that nice jewel in the center. So this is a really cool start to this build, and we'll be bringing you more builds as time goes on. First in a series of more to come. We won't always be doing it in long form like this. We'll be doing some of our shorts. We just wanted to take a minute to explain how this all works. Like I said, your first 2 phases are going to be, I think it's $2 or $3, free shipping. You get the 2 phases, you get started, you get to see the kit, you get to appreciate the detail, the premium feel to it with the metal composition parts as well. And then there will be subsequent parts that will come in other monthly builds. So your first one is 2, then I think it goes to 3, and it eventually goes up to 5 different kits per month. And the kits vary in cost. Now the first one is, like I said, $2 or $3 for the first 2. Then it turns to about $13 a kit after that point, and there's around 100 kits for the build. Now you're thinking doing the math, and you're going to be in the 4-figure range, and that is correct. That's about what it is to do all these builds. But again, if you think about PCS collectibles, and we show you those statues, those are in the thousands of dollars for something smaller. Same with Hollywood Collectibles Group, same with ECC, thousands of dollars. And again, those are smaller, or those are pieces of something, or half of something. This is going to be a whole kit. This is going to be 2 feet. This is going to have a cape, a sword, light up eyes, articulation, metal. This is going to quite hefty. I'm going to guess, I don't know, 15 pounds maybe when it's done, maybe a little more, with all the different parts on it. So this is going to be a premium statue essentially that you are building. More than a statue, it's going to be like a figure because it has articulation. So this is a premium product that you are building. You could stop the subscription anytime you want. You could resume it. You could get the kits broken up into however I believe how it's set up. So customize it and pay for it as you go, essentially, but this is going to be more of a premium product, and we like to show you guys premium products when we can. And it's a monthly build series, so you're not taking the whole cost up front, you're breaking it down over several months. With the amount of kits, I think it's somewhere between 1 year and 18 months to do the whole thing. With they give you more as time goes on. So it's stretched out over a year, so you don't have to do the whole thing all at once. I'm not sure if there's an option to do it all at once if you need to do it immediately, but it's going to take you a little bit of time. I mean, this one took us a little less than 5 minutes. that build just ahead, and I'm sure they get more complex as time goes on. Like I said, all the parts you need are here. You get that precision screwdriver, hold on to this, and yeah, there'll be more to come, so just tune back as we do more of this build. If you want to check it out, we'll have a link for Fanhome on this video if you guys want to head over there and see what options they have. They have some really cool ones from Transformers as well, and we are doing a Darth Vader build on our Rebel Scum channel if you guys want to watch as that goes along as well. So that's all for this time. Tune back for more. As always, like, subscribe, and follow. See you guys next time.